Israel and Iran, two nations in a long-running rivalry shaping the future of the Middle East. One side is known for cutting-edge technology, the other for sheer manpower and regional influence. But which approach really holds the advantage? Today, we break it all down, from air power to cyber warfare, from missiles to alliances, to give you a clear, unbiased look at what could happen if tensions ever turn into a direct war. Stay tuned. This is going to be intense. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most important and complex rivalries in the world, Israel versus Iran. These two nations have been at odds for decades, and while they have never fought a full-scale direct war, their competition has played out in proxy conflicts, cyber operations, and intelligence battles across the region. The outcome of this rivalry affects not just the Middle East, but global security, trade, and energy markets. In this video, we'll analyze both sides carefully: Israel's advanced technology, Iran's large military force, the regional alliances, and even the economic factors that would influence any conflict. This is not about cheering for one side or predicting a winner. It's about understanding the strategic realities and what they mean for the future. By the end, you'll have a clear, fact-based picture of what might happen if these two powers were ever to clash directly. This is going to be a detailed, balanced look, so make sure you watch until the very end. Israel is widely recognized for its focus on innovation and advanced defense technology. The country has developed one of the most sophisticated air defense systems in the world, the Iron Dome, which intercepts short-range rockets and missiles with a high success rate. Beyond that, Israel operates advanced main battle tanks like the Merkava IV and fields some of the most modern aircraft in the region, including F-35 stealth fighters. Its intelligence services, including Unit 8200 and Mossad, are highly capable and have been linked to several well-known cyber operations targeting hostile infrastructure. These capabilities allow Israel to respond quickly to threats and to carry out precision operations when necessary. The emphasis on technology helps compensate for Israel's relatively small population and limited territory. This investment in research, development, and readiness is designed to ensure that the country can defend itself even in a multi-front scenario. Iran, on the other hand, relies heavily on its size and manpower. With a population of over 85 million, it has access to a large pool of military personnel. The country maintains hundreds of thousands of active troops and a significant reserve force, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, which operates alongside the regular military, plays a major role in Iran's strategic planning and oversees key programs such as missile development and foreign operations. Iran also possesses one of the largest ballistic missile arsenals in the region, capable of striking targets across the Middle East. While its equipment may not always be as advanced as that of Israel or Western militaries, its strategy emphasizes quantity and resilience. Iran's geographic size provides it with strategic depth, making any potential attack on its territory challenging. Rather than seeking quick victories, Iran's military doctrine often focuses on sustaining pressure over time and using asymmetric tactics to complicate an adversary's operations. A major part of the Israel-Iran rivalry plays out in cyberspace. Israel is considered a global leader in cyber operations, with Unit 8200 specializing in intelligence gathering, cyber defense, and offensive hacking. Cyber attacks have reportedly targeted infrastructure, research facilities, and communications networks in various countries, including Iran. These actions can delay programs, disrupt logistics, or send a political message, all without a single shot being fired. Iran has invested significantly in building its own cyber capabilities over the past decade. Iranian groups have carried out attacks on websites, private companies, and even critical infrastructure in rival countries. The cyber domain allows both sides to engage in conflict below the threshold of war, testing each other's defenses and resilience. While Israel currently holds an advantage due to its technological ecosystem and partnerships with Western intelligence agencies, Iran's cyber units have grown more sophisticated and have demonstrated an ability to recover quickly and adapt after being hit. This ongoing digital competition is likely to remain a key part of their rivalry. Air power is one of the most decisive factors in modern warfare, and here Israel currently holds a significant advantage. The Israeli Air Force is well trained and combat experienced, operating advanced platforms such as the F-35I Adir, a customized stealth aircraft that can strike targets deep inside enemy territory while avoiding detection. The Air Force regularly conducts exercises and precision strikes, which have kept its pilots and systems battle-ready. Iran's Air Force, by contrast, faces challenges due to aging aircraft and maintenance difficulties caused by international sanctions. Many of its planes date back to the 1970s and 1980s, and while they are still operational, they cannot match the capabilities of Israel's modern fleet. To offset this disadvantage, Iran relies on its missile forces and air defense systems. In a potential conflict, Israel would likely focus on neutralizing those missile launch sites early to maintain its air superiority, while Iran would try to keep its strike capabilities intact for as long as possible. Much of the Israel-Iran rivalry happens through indirect confrontations rather than direct battles. Iran has established a network of allied groups across the region, including Hezbollah in Lebanon, militias in Iraq and Syria, and political and military partners in Yemen. These alliances give Iran a way to project power and put pressure on its adversaries without using its own conventional forces. Hezbollah alone is believed to possess a large arsenal of rockets that could target Israel in the event of a wider conflict. Israel, meanwhile, has carried out numerous airstrikes in Syria to prevent advanced weapons from reaching Hezbollah and has strengthened ties with several neighboring countries, including through the Abraham Accords with Gulf states. These regional dynamics mean that any direct clash between Israel and Iran could quickly spread beyond their borders and involve multiple fronts. Economic capacity plays a critical role in sustaining any war effort. Israel has a strong, high-tech economy with a high GDP per capita, which enables it to spend heavily on defense and invest in research and development. Its strategic partnership with the United States provides additional funding and access to cutting-edge military technology. Iran's economy, on the other hand, faces challenges due to long-standing international sanctions that have restricted its access to global markets and advanced equipment. Inflation, currency devaluation, and trade restrictions have been ongoing issues. Despite these challenges, Iran has developed a domestic arms industry and continues to fund its regional network of allies. In a prolonged conflict, economic pressure could affect both countries. Israel might face disruptions to its civilian economy, while Iran might struggle with resupply and infrastructure damage. The economic dimension is a key reason why both countries tend to avoid direct wars and instead compete through lower intensity means. War is not just a test of weapons, but also of willpower. Israel has a relatively small population, but its system of mandatory military service creates a culture of preparedness. This can unify the population during times of crisis, but prolonged conflict with heavy casualties could put strain on its society and economy. Iran uses ideology and national pride to keep morale high, framing resistance as a matter of sovereignty and independence. Its leadership often emphasizes self-reliance and portrays conflicts as part of a larger struggle against external pressure. However, domestic unrest over economic issues can pose challenges for sustaining long-term public support for war. In any extended conflict, the ability of each nation to maintain public morale and unity would be a decisive factor. If a direct war were to break out, analysts generally agree it would likely begin with a major exchange of missile fire. Iran could attempt to launch a large number of rockets and ballistic missiles at once, trying to overwhelm Israel's air defense systems. Israel, in turn, would probably conduct rapid airstrikes against missile launch sites, command centers, and other strategic targets. Cyber attacks would likely escalate, targeting infrastructure and communication networks on both sides. Regional allies could become involved, with Hezbollah potentially opening a northern front against Israel and militias in Iraq or Syria targeting U.S. positions. The initial days of such a conflict would be critical. If Israel succeeded in reducing Iran's missile threat quickly, it could maintain air superiority and strike more freely. If not, the conflict could drag on, causing significant damage on both sides and potentially drawing in other regional and global powers. In the end, the Israel-Iran rivalry represents a clash between technology and numbers, speed and endurance. Israel's strength lies in its advanced weaponry, air force, and intelligence capabilities, while Iran's advantage comes from its size, missile arsenal, and regional alliances. The outcome of any direct confrontation would depend on how quickly either side could achieve its objectives, with Israel likely aiming for a short, decisive conflict and Iran seeking to prolong the fight. Such a war would have far-reaching consequences, not only for both nations, but for the entire Middle East and beyond, potentially impacting global energy markets and security. For now, both countries appear to prefer indirect confrontation over open war, but tensions remain high. What do you think would happen if this rivalry ever turned into a direct military clash? Could technology outweigh numbers? Or would a drawn-out conflict shift the balance? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a deep dive like this one. Thanks for watching!